Good morning, welcome to my channel. I like to show you this beautiful journal called Yesteryear. It's got this beautiful butterfly that I bought from Etsy. Big chunky spine. The cover is a fabric cover and some boho trim. And this front is embroidery and silk. It's just gorgeous, but a butterfly really makes it pop. Anyway, this journal is just beautiful. Those trims, that spine is about, I have to have a look because I can't remember. It's 5-inch spine. This holds 6 signatures plus some folders. I just love it. See, it's got the butterflies have even got these beautiful. It's beaded. It's just, honestly, it's just beautiful. Anyway, it starts off with this folder. It lies flat. Those that know me, look, as flat as possible. No, I did Nick the Booksmith courses. So you do learn how to lie things flat and sew them in flat. It's got this beautiful bead, this flip up with a tuck in there, but it opens up like this and like this. I haven't put anything in it yet. There's various stuff there and I'll show you at some stage. There's in there, tuck in there, and it's got acetate. I can't say it, but anyway. Then you got this folder, which was tied, but I've done this 3 times already, and got 2 photos. I do aim to do a little bit more to this folder. I want to decorate it a little bit more. But anyway, it opens up like that. This ties in. These cards are the tarot deck vintage. I got a lot of this stuff from a lady on YouTube. Spent a fortune actually to get some of this vintage stuff. 1902. I can't remember the dates of those cards, but they're very early last century, I'd say. There's this beautiful card. I forget what they call them now. So you've got to tuck in there a big one. And these beautiful cards. Yeah, the ephemera box that I ordered for Australia, it cost me around, with delivery and that, about $250. But then I've put my own ephemera in here that I've been collecting for years. So you've got this big tuck spot there, big one there. So I reckon I'm looking at approximately another bead there that I made. This vintage lace is from an old 100-year-old petticoat. I've lightly tea-dyed it, but isn't it gorgeous? And I've put it there. Vintage French lace. So the ephemera box was French. Another bead, another pocket, and there's a beautiful tag. Here's vintage ledger, and it's all written on, and I love it. It's got the dates and everything on it. 1878. Vintage pages. This kit's by Ruby and Pearl. Library pocket. These are the old ones. Chapter 1 I used. Vintage atlas. This beautiful book. Look, I can't remember the name of it, but it's from my collection, and I put that in. This is a journal called Yesteryear because of all the vintage ephemera. This is 1872, I think, or 1772. I have to have a look when I come to the other page. This is gorgeous. This interactive pocket, I got the kits from Pink Monarch, and they're beautiful. Just gorgeous. It really is. And you just put them together, and with this one I actually added ribbon. Some more vintage ledger. Now here I've clipped on this book. The pages here 1774. So I put a coffee stain paper and then I layered the first book page, or thing. So there it is, 77. Just the feel of this old paper is just amazing. So I attached to protect it and everything onto and make it into a scrappy book. Now what did I do with that clip? Holy moly, I'm already losing things. I should have held on to that. But anyway, chapter 1, vintage book page. This is from Oriana, and it's got vintage, the digital is. And then I use some vintage laces for layers, and I love it. Look at that one. How cute. And it's just, look, this was a fun project to do, but very, very time consuming. Here I've sewn this French from I don't know, I think it was a christening dress, but it's very old, it's frail, but it's sewed up beautifully, and I attached a bit of layers there. Again, vintage French lace. Used a doily, cut it off and did some tags. A satay tag that I made. This beautiful card, and I can't remember the dates. So there's a lot of stuff. I reckon there's about $400 and something of vintage ephemera in this. Possibly more. Again, another vintage envelope that I embossed on, and I also put some lace on and did a collage on. Just turned out beautiful. Beautiful. There's heaps to still go in here, but anyway, can't fit it all at the minute. So I've got to sort of, I thought leave it like it is, and this way you can actually see clearly what I've done. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I can't remember how old it is, but look at that. Just gorgeous. It's embossed as well. And this is an Easter card. I put 6 of these in as tucks, and you can write them, but look at the discoloration of how old they are. They must be in the late 60s or 70s, I'd say. I don't know. But I like using cards. They just look amazing. There's that beautiful book page. The feel of these vintage papers is amazing. There's some more vintage ephemera from France. Chapter 1. Look at that. Another bead. Isn't she gorgeous? I love putting beads. There's that beautiful page from that book. I put several in. Another vintage atlas page. There's a lot of writing space, but there's a lot of room to also put more things. That's beautiful, that ledger paper. Oops. And then another tag. Inspiration. Ruby and Pearl. My Porch Prints. Digital designers. Stamperia paper in all the signatures. Who else? Nessie from, oh gosh, I done one of her courses. So you learn how to layer and emboss. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I actually found this from a place here in Australia. Beautiful embroidered pocket. Another one of those journaling cards. Here, Nazi, gosh, my brain's dead. It's from an old vintage French magazine from the early or late 1800s, I think that was. Chapter 1. This vintage book page. This paper is just amazing. The date on this one is 1872. I just love using it. Just gorgeous. It really is. This one's 1766. And the feeling on this one, oh, just yummy. It's in French. Atlas. Just beautiful. Here I use some vintage wallpaper. Big pocket there. And I just collaged lightly on it with some lace. A big pocket there. And a vintage doily. I love that doily. It's just really an amazing journal. Oops. Oh, I'm thinking there's double page there isn't. Another one of those cards. Look at that colour, discoloration. Just beautiful. Another vintage card. This is just a beautiful tiny envelope that I made. Chapter 1 is the digital design for that. I really like the design. And another. Oh, I just can't grab it. Vintage receipt. There's lots of, I've collected lots of receipts and stuff through the years that I want to utilise in my journals, because I put them away and I collect them and I hoard them. And I thought, no, I want to make a yesteryear journal. In fact, most of my journals will be yesteryear, I suppose, till I use them up. Another big envelope, and that is Ruby and Pearl. Beautiful digital. Another vintage, this is embossed, and it's heavily embossed. I didn't emboss it, that's how it come, wallpaper. Collaged. I think that's Ruby and Pearl. Beautiful stained papers. It's beautiful. Oh, love these book pages. Just absolutely love them. This I really love. There's some sort of deed. Is it 1567 or 1867? But anyway, it's a deed. Look at the handwriting. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely. It's 1867. So I've put it behind there, and it's sitting behind a catalogue pocket. A lot ex-library cards, I think they are. I'm not sure. I bought them online too, for a seller. And there's all these in there. Just vintage, beautiful vintage. Love the handwriting. It's just gorgeous. But anyway, there's quite a few in there, and they go into the pocket that they come in. And that, I don't know what it is, but it come with one of the kits, but it's lovely, so I'll put it in there. It's vintage too. Look at that beautiful vintage lace. From France again. Another bead that I made. No expense has been spared on this journal. It's mostly like that with all my journals. I love the feel of that. That paper just feels delightful. It feels like it's got a fabric in it, which probably it did have in those days. I don't know. That beautiful 1870 from a journal page, I think it was. You know, one of those journals or newspaper journals that they used to release in those days. Another tag. That's been jelly printed behind there. I use my jelly prints in either backing or whatever in a journal. This beautiful 100-year-old vintage lace. Look at that. Just beautiful. It's sewn up beautifully too. A beautiful card. It's been written on. And this must be a collector's card. Well, it is. Another one of those vintage Christmas postcards or cards. And it should have a date, 1915. They signed it off at 1915, whoever wrote on the card in those days. Just beautiful to have this beautiful velvet in there for the signature sewn in. Beautiful French lace. Just gorgeous. I wanted to put something there, and I have got something. I was going to put that there. So that will go there. Interactive pocket. It's just gorgeous. So it goes like that. Journaling cards. Tags. And this is from Pink Monarch. So that goes there. And it will have a journaling card that will slip in there. But isn't that gorgeous? How interactive they are. And they print beautifully. There's the back of it. And you can have it as a pocket there. But anyway, another journaling card. I'll just put that aside so it doesn't. Isn't that gorgeous? Again with the jelly print. I love the jelly printing. It's gorgeous. Another interactive pocket. Now this one is just pockets. And then it's got all these cute journaling cards. Very interactive. Again from Pink Monarch. Look at that. So cute. And then you got a little flippy with a journaling card. It's just gorgeous. And then you got a journaling card, a beautiful print, a charm. And then you've got an interactive card. And then that should have something in there. Hang on a minute. It's got a vintage envelope in there. Isn't it gorgeous? So it's very interactive. Especially if your brain's not thinking clearly. These kits are gorgeous from Pink Monarch. And she does such a beautiful job. So I use them. That's a baggie. So in there... Oh, I was going to put something there too, but it doesn't matter. You can fit all your beautiful ephemera. Another embroidery pocket. These beautiful vintage cards. Look at these. So old. Look at that. Just love, 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 love all this vintage ephemera. This journal is absolutely divine. Another interactive Easter. Well, it's not really interactive, but it looks interactive, doesn't it? Because it's so gorgeous. And you can tuck behind it. And now, look at this. This feels like fabric. It is so old and fragile. It's got a date somewhere, so when I come across it in the next page, I'll tell you what date it is. But look at that. It's French. It's just beautiful. It really, really is. There's 2 pages of that somewhere, or 4 really. And then there's this beautiful from that journal newspaper. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And I've got it flickering back into itself. I put this really fine linen to preserve it, and you can still see through it. Again, some more vintage lace, another beautiful bead, a vintage floral book that I'm slowly running out of. There's that page. Now, it should have a date. Oh, it hasn't on here. It must be on the next one. Another French ephemera from somewhere in France. Look at this. Oh, so cute. And it's got this beautiful Just gorgeous. Love, 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 love. Love this journal. Coffee stained paper. Chapter 1. That beautiful print. Now here, I've just tucked things in here. I'm still sort of playing with this pocket. This is old, very old ephemera. It's a deed. And it's a quick claim, it says here. I don't know quite what it means, but it's quite big. It's, I think, 1912. Interesting read these things make. So I've got that tucked in there. And then this beautiful card. Look at it. And it's velvet. This one's 1914. Journaling card, which I'll turn and put to the back of it. But who remembers these little baby cards that you used to receive? Aren't they gorgeous? And that, again, opens up like that. And I thought that can stay. There's another card there. It's an acceptance card. I thought that can just stay like that. It's just beautiful. Just all this old stuff. I just love it. So I will collage there something. And I haven't done it yet, like I said. Ruby and pearl. It's gorgeous. Love Stamperia paper. Look at this. Look how vintage that is. That's the colour it come. It's just beautiful. It shows the ageness of it. And on the Stamperia paper, it just looks superb. Another bead. Another embroidery pocket with an embroidery tag. Holy Communion thing that they used to give out for Holy Communion. Another one of those tags. And jelly printing. Oh, I love jelly printing. Who loves jelly printing? I think I'm halfway. This beautiful music paper. I don't know the date on that one. Now there's that book page, because I did make 4. It's 1739, I think. And it's embossed. But it feels like, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. That's what it feels like, gorgeous. Another, this is 1895. It's just beautiful. I love this old stuff. I'd used a very old envelope. I didn't have to tea stain it because, look, it looks old already. Collaged it. I think that's Shabby Dooba. Oh, sorry, Tina. Oh, gosh. Sorry about the coughing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I can't remember the name of the book. It's just beautiful. Look at the vintage, that floral book I got. Oh, gosh. Brain doesn't work. Beautiful postcard. These are all either late 18s or the first 10 years of the 1900s. Look at that postcard. It's just beautiful. Oh, it's so nice. It really is. Look at that. And you can see the ageness of the book. Just love it. It's beautiful. And like I said, I'll just lightly put some linen only on one side because it really is pretty strong considering it's, this one says 1680s. A little tuck there with that old atlas page, ruby and pearl. It's beautiful music paper. And I can't see an age on that or how old, but I'd say it's definitely over 100 years old. Another journaling card. Cute. Absolutely cute. Maybe I'll put that interactive page there. Yeah, I might do that. As long as it's in there. Another. Now this is Ruby and Pearl. And here I made another booklet using 1820. It's some sort of tables book. Look at it. And I collaged it with some old papers. But look at that. So I've put that in there. And that little flip is Ruby and Pearl, I think. Yeah, it is. And then you can tuck things in there if that's what you want to do. I wanted to put something else behind it, but I don't know what. Like I said, I've got a pile of stuff, but I didn't want to be pulling out heaps of stuff out of it. It'd be too hard. Those acetate tags I made. Another very old book page. It should have a date on it. 1816. Another part of that journal page. I think it was 1860 or 1870, I can't remember. See, look at this. Because I used the other page that she sent me in this journal as well. I just wanted to make it. This is vintage wallpaper with that vintage French lace. Look at that. So old. Look at it. So old. So they go in there, and then I've got, this is a will, I think. But look at that writing. It's an original. All the stuff that I've given you dates for are originals. Look at that. Look at that beautiful writing. I'm sure this was a will. But anyway, look at that. You can see why this journal, some of these bits and pieces cost a lot of money because they're so old. Isn't it beautiful? Another old book page. Oh, it's so nice. Just beautiful. A card, another embroidery tag, embroidered pocket page. Pockets on the old invoice. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. 1895. I got one of these salt minute timers. I love them. Another one of these. I just love it. This is, I forget where it's from. I've had it for a long time. 1959. This is a very old card. This is over 100 years old, and I just love it. It's so cute. Just a tag. So very interactive stuff in there. Like I said, originals. Everything's really original. I've got no copies in this journal. Normally I make some copies, and the originals, I might put one here and there in a journal, but this one's got mainly originals. 99% originals. And it's just gorgeous. Look at that lace. 100 euros, another bead. Oh, that page. Love the feel of that, and you feel the embossing. A bit of collaging on that old French journal page. It's gorgeous. And then it's jelly printed at the back. Look at that. Tag. Oops, an old vintage, the old thing from a dress. It's over 100 years old. You can see how old it is. That's the beauty of the real old stuff. You don't have to dye it because it's already got that colour. Just beautiful. Now we're on to the last signature. Look at it. How beautiful is that? And there's another embroidered journaling card, or tag, I should say. Look at that. Just gorgeous. The original stuff's beautiful in a journal. I don't care what anyone says. You can't beat an original. Look, you can these days get beautiful prints copied and they look beautiful, but I just love originals in my journals. That lace is just superb. This is 1845. This feels just beautiful. In French, is it? No, it's in French. So mainly a lot of this stuff is French. An old book page. A tuck spot with an old envelope. And again, using 100-year-old postcards. It should have a date on it, 1900. And it fits nicely in there. In that old envelope. So gorgeous. Again, doing these. I love them, these fabric. I like them. The reason why I like them so much is they look nicer than having a flip-up page in your journal. You know, I used to have flip-up fabric pockets. I don't need to do that now because I do this. This is just beautiful. Here's a journaling card. And it's got a tag in it. The tag's that way. And acetate one. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to pull it in like that and put things back how they were. But I love it. And the beauty is this flips open enough so that I can open it up so you can have a look. Just beautiful. Look at that old paper. That is from that old book of mine. Look at it. Another envelope. Vintage one. Embossed and collaged with shabby doodles digitals. I think that's whose they belong to. Vintage lace. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that. Vintage page. Another one of those. This one's a Christmas card. And again, oh, it opens up. Oh, there. See the embossing. Very rarely do they emboss cards these days. A vintage library card. And look at these. These are so old. I forget how much. I must have paid about $30 for these three. But I love them. Aren't they gorgeous? Look out. So cute. That page, I forget the year this was. 17 something, I think. I can't remember now. Vintage from my plant book. Another vintage page. Another journaling card. And this is the end of the book. And again, I used an interactive, and these belong to Pink Monarch. Are they gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? got a tuck in there. Just gorgeous. Like I said, I wouldn't have been able, see there's little tags in there. These are all old. Old little cards. Some are another old card. And then there's the tiny tags that come with the actual kit. It's cute. Then there's the journal. And I aim, look at that, oh, I can't even lift it. Oh, it's just beautiful. I aim to put, and because it's so chunky, I don't know if this is going to happen, because look at that. Oh, I aim to put some of these in. They're all here, look. But that is definitely going in. I made that, and it's from the old times table document. But this is I transferred an image on fabric. How cool is that? And I love it. That's going in that journal. Then there's all this old ephemera. There's a letter. There's actually postcards in there, is there? I don't even know what's in here. Oh, there's a postcard and an actual letter. So these are very old, and so I'll be picking through these and deciding what's going to go in. These journaling cards I made, I'd like to include some of those. But there's heaps. These silk used to be cigarette cards. They used to come in cereal packets. So there's a couple of letters that were sent to me many years ago. I thought I might include one or two of them. The silk. So I've just got to go through and figure out what I've stuck that on in a coin envelope. It's silk. Look at it. There's some more. So yeah, I don't know which ones to utilise because I've got to be careful now. It's pretty chunky. Prescriptions. Look at that. That's stuck on the envelope. It's silk. Postcards. Friends postcards, which I like to put in. An old letter. See? That's bonded paper. This is the stuff I normally print off. It's so light. Look at these. Oh, old. I've got stacks. This is nothing to what I've actually got. Letters. That I don't know what it is, but it's old. I want to put it in. Old library pocket. So then you've got more postcards, and so I've just got to go through these carefully. Like I said, I've been collecting for years, and I want to put some more things in. Aren't they beautiful? Look, kids. Little tea cards, or dinner cards, whatever they used to call them. These little authentic, I think they're Chinese cards. I might put a couple in there. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, this journal is one beautiful journal. I believe it's beautiful anyway. Thank you for watching. Oh, I better take that off. That's going in it. So thank you for watching and liking and subscribing to my channel. And I hope you like my chunky monkey called Yesteryear. Thank you. Bye for now.